The following program, General Grant Looks at the American Civil War, is a presentation of the Civil War Broadcasting Network, available on the free YouTube channel Dr. E.C. Fields and on various other social media. Permission to copy and distribute is granted and indeed encouraged. Remember, you are the future of our past. I am Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant, and this is Looking at the American Civil War with General Grant. After General Lee surrendered to me on April the 9th of 1865, he issued a farewell address to the Army of Northern Virginia. On June 2nd of 1865, I issued a farewell address to the armies of the United States. I think it is appropriate to review these two statements that you might hear specifically what each commanding general said to his soldiers and the thoughts with which he left them. On April the 10th, General Lee had issued General Order Number 9. After 4 years of arduous service marked by unsurpassed courage and fortitude, the Army of Northern Virginia has been compelled to yield to overwhelming numbers and resources. I need not tell the brave survivors of so many hard-fought battles, who have remained steadfast to the last, that I have consented to this result from no distrust of them, but feeling that valor and devotion could accomplish nothing that could compensate for the loss that must have attended the continuance of the contest, I determined to avoid the useless sacrifice of those whose past services have endeared them to their countrymen. By the terms of the agreement, officers and men can return to their homes and remain until exchanged. You will take with you the satisfaction that proceeds from a consciousness of duty faithfully performed, and I earnestly pray that a merciful God will extend to you his blessings and protection. With an unceasing admiration of your constancy and devotion to your country, and a grateful remembrance of your kind and generous consideration for myself, I bid you all an affectionate farewell. That message totals but 220 words in all, and there had been some 880,000 soldiers to fight for the Confederacy. On June 2nd of 1865, I issued my farewell address to the armies of the United States as follows. Washington, D.C., June 2nd, 1865. General Orders Number 108. Soldiers of the armies of the United States, by your patriotic devotion to your country in the hour of danger and alarm, your magnificent fighting, bravery, and endurance, you have maintained the supremacy of the Union and the Constitution, overthrown all armed opposition to the enforcement of the law and of the proclamations forever abolishing slavery, the cause and pretext of the rebellion, and opened the way to the rightful authorities to restore order and inaugurate peace on a permanent and enduring basis on every foot of American soil. Your marches, sieges, and battles, in distance, duration, resolution, and brilliancy of result, dim the luster of the world's past military achievements and will be the patriot's precedent in defense of liberty and the right in all time to come. In obedience to your country's call, you left your homes and families and volunteered in its defense. Victory has crowned your valor and secured the purpose of your patriot hearts, and with the gratitude of your countrymen and the highest honors a great and free nation can accord, you will soon be permitted to return to your homes and families, conscious of having discharged the highest duty of American citizens. To achieve these glorious triumphs and secure to yourselves and fellow countrymen and posterity the blessings of free institutions, tens of thousands of your gallant comrades have fallen and sealed the priceless legacy with their lives. The graves of these a grateful nation bedews with tears, honors their memories, and will cherish and support their stricken families. My message totals 254 words, and there were a total of 2.1 million soldiers to fight for the United States in the Civil War. But a note is that on the same day, earlier on June the 2nd of 1865, I issued General Orders number 104, directing the Quartermaster Department to furnish transportation for released prisoners. And this is General Orders number 104, transportation to be furnished prisoners released on taking the oath, Washington, June 2nd, 1865. The Quartermaster's Department will furnish all prisoners of war and citizen prisoners who have been or may be released from confinement by reason of their taking the oath of allegiance to the United States with transportation to their homes or to the nearest points thereto which it may be practicable to reach by the usual routes of water and railroad transportation. All officers of the Quartermaster's Department who may be called upon to provide transportation under this order will require the parties applying for the same to produce satisfactory evidence that they were released upon the conditions specified, and for this purpose such prisoners will, at the time of their discharge from custody, be given by the commanding officers a written statement setting forth that they are entitled to transportation to their homes, by command of Lieutenant General Grant. E.D. Townsend, Assistant Adjutant General. These are the two farewell statements given by the respective commanding generals to their respective armies and expressing the sentiments that need be said to their soldiers before going home after being mustered out. And also that I ordered that all prisoners, military and civilian, being released after they took the oath of allegiance to the United States would be furnished transportation to their homes or the nearest point practicable. So 2.1 million federal soldiers, 880,000 Confederate soldiers heard these words, less than 500 in total. Until we come together again to look at some facet of the American Civil War, I am Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant, bidding you good day.